Just remember, my gorgeous Pisces, that the actual goodness you put out this week, it's going to return to you in abundance. This is very important for you to remember, and you will know at around the midweek exactly why did I decide to start this weekly reading with this particular information. So the goodness you put out, just remember, it's going to be returned to you in abundance. I'm talking about a week in between the 8th and the 14th of November 2022, and it's for you, my gorgeous Piscelini, indeed. So the beginning of this week, is just basically what you are going to become aware of. Someone is pretty much going to be brutally honest with you at the beginning of this week. So someone is going to play a rather big role here indeed. So someone is going to be brutally honest to you at the beginning of this week. Someone is going to be pretty much so straightforward, rather simple, and rather direct when it comes to you really kind of being aware of which part of your life you have been taking things for granted. So to that person who is going to be brutally honest with you, this is someone who is not necessarily horrible, not nasty, not negative person whatsoever. It is just that you're not going to like what you hear, what you're going to hear at that moment in time only. But this is going to be for the best. I promise, I really promise, my gorgeous Piscelini. So someone is going to be rather straightforward and simple and direct, and that particular person is not a horrible person. That particular person is a very, very very powerful person in so many different ways, very honest person indeed, but at the same time this person is rather down to earth. When you are thinking about that specific person, you would describe this person as someone who is rather down to earth indeed. So through that person who is going to be brutally honest with you, you are going to be able to open your gorgeous eyes, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you will kind of realize which part of your life you have been taking for granted. And that in itself also kind of have made you to kind of fall into a rut just a little bit. And that in itself, only a couple of days after that moment in time, you are gonna become aware of the actual, new opportunity and new potential. And it's not only new opportunity and potential that you're gonna become aware of. You will know exactly which steps do you need to take next. And it's again that particular person who was brutally honest with you. Through that particular person, you will understand exactly which steps to take, because there is something that this person inspires you when it comes to their success, when it comes to their power, when it comes to their confidence. So through them, you will understand exactly which steps to take, and you will know exactly what I mean, because you are going to be following something that they did, and you will know that you cannot go wrong here whatsoever. So just remember, my gorgeous Piscelini, that this is so important, because at the same time, if you weren't this is going to be the time of your own kind of a reawakening, if I can say this. This person is going to be so responsible for you actually snapping out of it. I know it sounds horrible, but at the same time, this is, my gorgeous Piscelini, your turning point. So how this is going to start. This is going to be highlighted about your life, what you have been taking for granted, and this is going to kind of throw you out of a balance a little bit. It's going to surprise you, but this is going to be something that you need to know, because at the same time you will kind of become aware of which part of your life you were kind of stuck with for such a long time, and you will understand how all this was absolutely connected. This moment in time, something is going to happen. This moment in time, something is going to change. This moment in time, you're about to enter the whole new door, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you are, most importantly, going to come out of your comfort zone. You will just decide to do something consciously that you were worrying to do for such a long time, and this is to do with you making an important step. And this important step, it was scary because it's to do with an unknown area, unknown dimension, unknown energy, and this was scaring you a little bit because it was so much connected to it that it's connected to you not kind of being ready in terms of the actual knowledge. But no, baby, no, this is all going to surprise you. You will see exactly what I mean. So this particular person is going to play a huge role when it comes to your own awakening, but also, first of all, this is going to surprise you, but a couple of days later, as I said, you are just out of the blue going to become aware of the new opportunity and potential. And not only that, you will know exactly which steps do you need to take next. And this is pretty much so to do with your gift, your spiritual unique gift being highlighted. What you're doing right now, you're following your passion. This person is the part of your awakening and reawakening, call it whatsoever. But first of all, you're going to be like thrown out of balance, but 2 days after that moment in time, just out of the blue, this is going to come to you, this new opportunity and potential that you wouldn't even realize before. You wouldn't even notice before if you haven't acknowledged which part of your life you have been taking for granted. And this is to do with your spiritual gift. This is to do with your soul. This is to do with your soul purpose. And at the same time, this is to do with your beautiful gift. Do you understand what I mean, my gorgeous Pisces? Use it. Take it as far as you possibly can. What do you feel so good about? What do you feel so passionate about? What do you feel extremely creative as soon as you start doing it? You need to understand it's not only about you becoming aware of the new opportunity and potential. It is also to do with your beautiful gift, and it's also to do with you reaching milestone, just acknowledging this, just facing this situation. In exactly 5 months, you are going to have a huge celebration because you did this. By doing this, you're already laying solid foundation here, okay, that you can build upon so much, and it's about to change your life. And also, you know, you are going to be thinking about, oh my God, I'm going to need to make a difficult choice. I'm going to need to make a difficult choice. And the difficult choice that you're going to need to make is just like kind of scaring you. It's because, you know, at the same time, you just haven't felt like a kind of like the reason why you felt this as a difficult choice is because you haven't felt as ambitious or as driven or as focused, you know, as like you should be. And the reason why you haven't felt like ambitious and driven and focused so far in order to make this choice, it's because you didn't realize which part of your life you were neglecting and you were taking things for granted, because you acknowledge this. Now, this difficult choice, it's not going to be difficult choice anymore, because you are going to get a very kind of interesting idea as well, how you're going to take this on, how you're going to make this difficult choice. And that is this choice you're also finding like, oh my God, because it's a lot to do with you really kind of like it's a lot to do with the self-discipline, and it's a lot to do with you feeling strong, and it's a lot to do with you feeling confident. So now you're just going to start getting this vibration and this energy and this energies, and at the same time there is a very like important message that you're going to get about your finances and about the things that you've been working on previously, about the things that you put so much energy towards. And this is really going to surprise you, but it couldn't have happened at a better time, because it's just going to become like a green light. Oh my God, that happened, and it's just going to make you feel so much better about yourself and the things that you were working on previously, which couldn't have happened at a better time, because it's only going to rejuvenate you and just kind of set you on, and it's going to become like a really green light, like for you to kind of go forward. You're going to become a ridiculously ambitious here and confident about your success. You will know exactly what do I mean, my gorgeous Pisces, because over the last 7 months you were thinking about it very intensely, and you would find this so challenging you wouldn't even go for it. But because you decided to acknowledge a very special part of your life, this is the direct result, this is the direct outcome, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed. And let me show you this. Look, for example, like when you make that you see what I said, that difficult choice, it's not going to be difficult choice anymore. Okay, and also you are, I hope this makes sense, I'm sorry, but the difficult choice that you're going to make, it's not going to be difficult anymore, because you're going to become confident about your success now, because you're also going to have a new idea. a very interesting idea how you're actually going to do this, you see. So this is important, and you will find all this challenging, and you see the difficult choice that you are going to make, it's gonna like lead towards the best possible thing that you could do in terms of your ambition, drive, focus, and you're gonna become extremely too many fall down, sorry, you're gonna become extremely confident about your success, and I can tell you that the things are gonna start moving on so fast in your life. Two of these came out, like, oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. You see this, my gorgeous Pisces? It's Eight of Swords. You see this? It's like you were like just so restricted. Your life was so restricted because of this, okay? It was restricted so much, and it kind of put you in mode for way too long where the inspiration just hasn't happening. I mean, you had inspirations, you had ideas, but it was very difficult to kind of follow through with these ideas. And this very often happens, of course, when something is unfinished on our spiritual journey. When it comes to our karma, we need to understand something, we need to reflect on the specific situation, and this is all coming from you taking certain things for granted. I'm sorry, I know it sounds horrible, but you know what I mean. We're all humans, you know, we're all people, we are all spiritual beings. We live and learn. Every single minute we learn something new. Do you know what I mean? Whether these are situations in our lives, whether these are people in our lives, you will see exactly what I mean. So far you felt like this, so kind of restricted. It means that your spirit was ready to move on for so long, to move on in every single direction. You weren't able to move in the directions you wanted to move. So now this is about to change, because this brought so much negativity into your life. You were way too restricted, and that means that the specific parts of your life came to an end that affected you so much. So this is going to lead to one of the greatest achievements and victories in your life. Okay, this is going to lead towards one of the greatest accomplishments of your life. My gorgeous Pisces, you are going to feel so proud of yourself. And let me tell you, there are going to be a couple of people in your life who are completely not going to understand you. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Which direction are you trying to take? How come you went so spiritual? How come you went so deep? No, baby, no, you're doing exactly what you should be doing right now. Because this in itself is going to really naturally make you aware of the part of your life that you need to investigate. And some people are not going to understand this, but it doesn't really matter. This is your spiritual journey. Just remember that it's going to lead towards your own amazing, massive, giant recognition and victory, and you will see exactly what I mean. You just cannot go wrong with this whatsoever. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces, there is a bit of an inner conflict that you are going to have because of the specific message and information that you are going to receive. The specific message and information that you are going to receive is going to create this inner conflict, and that in itself, it's really kind of like also going to remind you of the part of your life that you felt so unsatisfied with, because at some point you rushed towards conclusions, and that now created so much kind of negativity, and that in itself is now created this fear of change in your life. So what you need to understand, that there is also something that's going to come to the surface. There are hidden and buried things that are about to emerge at around the midweek, which is going to on one hand make you aware of like some kind of deception that was causing so much confusion in your life. It's going to make you aware of the people who you can trust and people who you can't trust, but it's also going to make you aware of the fact that you've been obstructed and restricted for way too long. And now, as soon as you become aware of when you become aware of the fact that you were obstructed and restricted for way too long, you will also become aware of unrealized project. This is something you need to bring into your life, this unrealized project. This is going to surprise you, this unrealized project, purely because you're going to feel like, you know what, I can't believe I feel completely attracted to this project. I can't believe this project I feel passionate about. Well, this is going to be a sign that you are changing and you are evolving, and that's always absolutely brilliant indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces, you are indeed going through emotional recovery. This is your emotional recovery time. This is your time when you're going to be slowly healing. You know why? And you know how you're going to know this? And now, because you are really going to find yourself like basically, you're going to find yourself having a hope and confidence about like a coming up with a new plan, how you're going to finish, like the something, you know, the final, it's about the final push. Now it's going to be absolutely super evident what came to an end and what is really making you so unhappy in your life, my gorgeous Piscelini. You're going to become aware of that at the end of the week. And at the same time, you need to know, as soon as you are like kind of thinking completely out of the blue about like some kind of a burden that was affecting you for such a long time, as soon as you think about that aspect of your life just completely out of the blue, you need to understand that you're drifting slowly but surely towards a stage, an area of your life where you are gonna get such a wise realization. Just remember, it's to do with an emotional recovery and slowly healing. So this is what an emotional recovery and slowly healing is. Slow healing, it's about to bring into your life a new plan, how to kind of make the final push when it comes to like the stage of your life that became so heavy and became like a burden, and how you can make a final push. It's to do with that new plan. But how you're going to do that? You must not follow old ways. Okay, you must not follow old ways. This is what you need to remember. It is very important indeed. So that is going to require the change and alteration, which is going to like really kind of like scare you a little bit, because it's going to provide you with an uncertain outlook, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. It's going to feel like, you know, you will know which change do you need to make, and you will know which change do you need to alter, or which alteration do you need to make. And that needs to be done in a form of you understanding that you must not follow old ways. Face towards the new. Okay, think about new beginnings, think about new starts, and give that like a priority to that over anything else. And this is how you're going to make change and alteration. But at the same time, when you feel a little bit of uncertain outlook, it doesn't really matter, because this is only going to be like momentarily. Because I'm telling you, shortly after that moment in time, there is going to be an amazing desire, determination, and a strong power that you are going to, a strong willpower that you're going to feel. Because on one hand, you're going to be intuitively feeling that there is a certain goal that's nearly attained, and you will know that certain goal that's nearly attained, it's to do with you like a really kind of making a final push when it comes to like an enormous burden in your life, doing the right thing. But also at the same time, you are going to become aware of like a very intelligent choice here. And this intelligent choice that you're going to become aware of by the end of the week, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's going to enhance your desire, and it's going to make you feel so good. And at the same time, you will know just that you're doing literally the right thing whatsoever. So now I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, my gorgeous Piscelini, and I'm just going to see what the tarot cards have to say. Just an additional information when it comes to the tarot cards, and additional information when it comes to the tarot cards, and additional information, my gorgeous Piscelini. And this is for the week in between the 8th and the 14th of November 2022. Okay, so now this one, oh my god, you see this? Absolutely brilliant. You know why this is going to be life-changing this week? Because you will become aware. Let's say it like this. You're going to become, sorry, too much tea. You're going to become aware of what you need to become aware of. When you become fully aware of what you need to become aware of, this is indeed going to start the process of like something absolutely enormous. So what you're going to find out, it's really going to surprise you, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. So what you're going to become fully aware of, it's going to make you feel instantly like optimistic, instantly really kind of like happy, because what you're going to become aware of, it's also to do with like a really important opportunity for your own success as well. And at the same time, what you're going to become fully aware of, it's going to be life-changing, because you will know by the end of the week that you are going to be able to make such an important, mind-blowing decision. This decision is the best thing to do when it comes to your development and when it comes to this stage of your life. And this decision is going to come in a form of the actual intelligent choice at the end of the week. This intelligent choice, just remember, it's all connected. This intelligent choice that I said at the end of the week, you will know what this is, because it's going to be highlighted through your own desire. It's going to be highlighted through your own passion. Your spirit is going to be rising. It's going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. You need to understand that throughout this week, it's not only about the end of the week that you're slowly healing and having emotional recovery. This is because you've been through so much, but throughout this week you are indeed healing and ascending on the next level of your spiritual journey, which is about to bring you one of the most powerful manifestations of your life. Listen to me, this is going to bring you one of the most powerful manifestations of your life. It all boils down to that intelligent choice that you are going to be able to make at the end of the week. And I'm telling you again that you will know what this intelligent choice is, because your spirit is going to rise to the level that it's never been before. Follow your passion. That's exactly what you should be doing. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.